Welcome back to another video. Today we're working on the welding rig, the old 2019 Ram, and we're doing some transmission upgrades. We have already dropped the pan, and of course, you know, Chrysler, FCA, whoever the heck makes these now, you know, there's no drain plug in the pan, so therefore there's oil everywhere. You know how it goes. And we also took out the valve body, and I'll show you what we're going to do here in a minute. But before we get going, I want to show you guys what I got to help us clean up some of the oil once we're done. So the folks over at Super Clean reached out and said, hey, would you be interested in trying out some of our stuff? And I said, sure, why the heck not? We've got some floor absorbent, and that is what is going to help us clean up all our mess underneath there. So that's what we're going to use for that. But we've also got dissolves grease. I don't know, I guess it's just an aerosol form of the stuff. Degreaser. We've got degreaser. We've got degreaser, I don't know. And some wheel cleaner. What is the difference in these two? Foaming. One is foaming and one is not. So interesting. So anyway, appreciate Super Clean for sending stuff out. We've also got a hat and a sweet t-shirt here. But anyhow, stuff's gonna come in handy. Like I said, we made a mess under there, but what can you expect whenever there's no drain plug in the pan? So did our best, still made a mess. Stuff's draining there, but let's get into what we got going on today. As you saw, we already pulled the valve body out of the truck, and what we got going in there is a BD Performance Protect 68 kit. Comes with new separator plate, gaskets, that kind of stuff. So we're just trying to make this truck last as long as we possibly can. But more or less, we even got a sweet sticker. Oh, I forgot to mention, I also got a Super Clean sticker. We'll put those up before the video's over. But comes with all that stuff. We've also managed to, we got a steel adapter for the other filter in the transmission. So more or less, instead of having this plastic piece, that the reason why it's chewed up is because I had vice grips on it trying to get it out. But potentially this could snap off in the trans. So rather than have some kind of failure there, we got a adapter, steel adapter, and we've also got this RevMax bypass. It's like a thermostat for your transmission, I believe. So therefore, this one is all the way through. Yes, it will help. Like if your stock bypass or thermostat, I forget whatever the technical name is for it, but in a stock truck, it will help the truck, you know, the trans heat up faster. But I live in Florida. It gets cold maybe, you know, when I say cold, it gets down in the 30s maybe 1 month out of the whole year. So I'm putting this in, help the trans run a little bit cooler, hopefully. So we've got that going in, got this, and we've also got some other goodies coming for this truck. But this is what we're focusing on today. So I'm not really going to go too in depth with how this is going to go down or whatnot. I'll probably just set the camera up and you guys can watch. But more or less, we got to take the valve body apart. We got to take out all these little screws going around in here. By the way, all these parts are from or ordered through Mikey G at Garofalo Enterprises. I'll try to link his webpage down below. But if you guys follow Greg A, you know who we're talking about. But anyhow, all these parts are through him. But just quickly to go over, we've already removed the valve body. We've got to take this guy off. We've got to make sure there's check balls in here that we don't want to fall out. There's all kinds of other stuff. We've got to drill a hole in the valve body somewhere right here. Going to drill a hole. There's also check balls that you don't want to fall out in some places. And then more or less, once everything's clean, everything goes back together. It also comes with a new accumulator plate. That's what this thing is right here. So more or less, I'm just going to set you up on the tripod and just kind of let you watch in fast motion as I probably pull my hair out, because there's all these small little screws going everywhere. So anyhow, that's what we got going on this evening. I don't know what's going to happen to this video, but try to get this done, put it back in the truck. I've got a new filter, fluid, everything to put the everything back together. So that's the plan anyway. So let's see what we can get accomplished. I'm going to try not to get any drips on the end of the camera, but it's back installed. Got the new spin-on filter on. Got to punch out that that old O-ring, maybe not. But it went back together pretty easy, kinda, more or less. Got the new accumulator plate on, torqued to 65 inch-pounds. These all torqued to 65 inch-pounds, give or take a. But last thing to do is going to be change out this bypass, and then we should be able to throw the pan back on after we clean it up with a new gasket and fill her up with. Oh, we got to put the other filter on here as well, also. But I'm gonna go ahead and change this out right now, put the filter on, then we're about getting the pan on. But wasn't too bad of a job. I did put all the check balls. I put one thing on, then I was about to put a bolt in. I'm like, I gotta put the check balls back in. So that was the only kind of issue. Not really issue, but yeah. Also got to put the solenoid wire connection back on the other side as well. So anyhow, when I get all that put back together, I'll show you what that looks like. So I got the pan back on, filters installed. Just got to fill it up with ATF, and I didn't get to put the bypass on because it's not the right one. I don't know if it's because I don't know if it's not the right one or just not the right fittings. I'm not really sure, but like it would go together, everything would go together except for one slot. I need the barred fitting, this style right here. So this one, no, this one is the problem one, but anyhow. So I can't use that quite yet. It's not like this is bad, but I just want to put it on, so I'll just have to wait a little longer and get the correct one. But somebody requested that I just installed a GNR cat filter, whatever you want to call it, and somebody wanted me to make a little video about it. So let me guys show you that real quick. So there it is, GNR Diesel cat filtration system, whatever you know, filter, delete, whatever you want to call it. And more or less, I mean, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to see what's going on in here, really. But that filter, let me get down in here a little further. So the filter housing, bracket, whatever, it goes all the way back to the block. And to be honest, it was kind of a pain to get it all the way back there. It's going to make up for it in the long run because it's going to be a lot easier to change out and everything. But more or less, you've got a couple return lines back there. You can kind of see right where it goes into that block on the firewall, not firewall, the engine block. The aluminum piece, there's a bypass or a return line that goes back there. That was kind of a pain to get on, but the rest of it was pretty easy. There's that one, let me set the light up. The rest of it was pretty easy. There's this one small line right here that goes from there down to this quick connect for that, and then coming out of the front of it, one that goes from right there, if you can kind of see that, and then up here to the CP4, which is this line right here. So yeah, overall, I mean, it was kind of a pain, and you also lose your fuel heater. They do make a kit, a spin-on that goes right on to the bottom here, and that way you can plug your fuel heater on in. But I don't have that. Like I said, I live in Florida, so I really don't need it. But more or less, that's the gist of it. I hope that helped you out, whoever's curious about that. So I guess that's gonna do it for this video, though. I need to change this out sooner than later for sure, before it wrecks the entire system. But so far I've got 37,000 miles on it. I'm pretty religious about keeping additive in it, and also I use a little bit of ATF in it as well to more or less keep it lubricated. But we'll see. I want to change that out, but the kits to change them out are so dang expensive right now. It doesn't make any sense to me. But more or less, that's that. We're gonna call it quits on this video right here, right now. So appreciate you guys watching, hanging out, and actually we got one more thing to do that I forgot about. We gotta put this here somewhere. Got that. Hang on, I got one more though. And something like that. Good enough. Good enough. Decking out the toolbox a little bit. But yeah, so that's gonna do it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Can you see me? Thanks for watching.